I created a Neoforge mod pack for people who are looking to start making videos, or for those who just want their game to look like mine. It's available on Modrinth now via the website, or even easier by just searching on the Modrinth app. You wanted more mountain seeds, so you've got it. This video is recorded in Java Edition, so seeds will work there, and on Bedrock Edition, terrain will be similar too. Unfortunately, structures like villages or mansions will likely not be there. This seed is a perfect example as to why mountains can really make Minecraft terrain look incredible. The spawn area is just stunning. The mountains form a circular area with a flower forest in the middle and a nice big lake. The waterfalls flowing down to the lake are really awesome. This little spot of flower forest joining the mountain peaks looks kind of cool too. This is just a fantastic spawn area, just such a fantastic Minecraft seed. In this video, I'm going to show seeds with mountains at the generation height limit for each mountain biome. Here we have these really tall frozen peaks mountains that spawn. They're right up at the generation height limit of Y256 with the clouds. The terrain kind of flattening up here because it's up towards the limit is kind of cool. Apparently, goats like living up here too. You can see on the map that the biome is pretty big, and there's some ancient cities underneath. Just flying around, you can see how big the biome is with just seeing snow, ice, and some stone. Pretty cool having these tall mountains that spawn. Like almost all Minecraft mountain seeds, this one just looks incredible. And if you're wondering how I found it, I will create a Cube0 tutorial for my channel members. Just a woodland mansion jammed between two mountains. Mansions usually make other structures like villages look small. In this case, the mountains dwarf the mansion. If I'm looking for a woodland mansion seed, I may choose this one solely for how awesome the terrain around it looks. Circular mountain areas are one of my favorite things to find in Minecraft. It's just a nice natural area to build at, especially for a little spawn build. This one has both stony peaks and jagged peaks forming the mountain ring together. So I guess that makes it a little more unique than just one biome type. You'll also find some dripstone around the mountains, including this spot right here that leads to the outside of the mountains. The other type of mountain, frozen peaks, can be found out here, and there's this cool cave opening down here too. Definitely a cool spot to spawn into this world. The addition of caves and cliffs to Minecraft and the changes to mountains were a couple of the biggest changes to terrain that Minecraft has ever had. This seed combines all of that at spawn to create an absolutely incredible location. The lush cave cliffs in front of the frozen peaks just look really cool. Having some jagged peaks nearby is pretty cool too. The two sets of mountains form this pretty awesome valley between them. I mean, I don't really know what else I want to say about this seed. It just looks really cool. This Minecraft seed is a winter wonderland. The frozen peaks form a circular area around a bunch of grove biomes in this frozen lake. For some reason, lately I've been really interested in finding frozen lake seeds. I just think they look really cool. Adding in everything else around spawn just makes this such a beautiful seed. Which is exactly why I said this Minecraft seed is a winter wonderland. I spawned into this Minecraft world looking directly at dripstone. And this dripstone is a part of a big section of jagged peaks. Take a look at the map to see just how big of a biome we have here. Dimming out the other biomes helps to visualize it easier. These mountains are up at the generation height limit too. I can set my clouds to be at level 256 and they'll be right at the mountain peaks. Or you can see that with my coordinates display too. Out here at the plains and forest biome, you can see the mountains could be a cool backdrop to some type of build. Flying through the jagged peaks, we just see snow, stone, and sections of dripstone. It looks pretty cool to just fly through this biome, honestly. Badlands don't technically have mountains, but looking at this, it looks like they do. This tall section actually connects to some stony peaks and reaches the generation height limit. So that's how this spot generates, but these hills generate without the help of other biomes, and other Badlands peaks generate naturally, like we'll see later in the video, so stay tuned. This seed was originally posted to Reddit by Pacergram Fitness Test. The spawn is in this plains biome, and there's some mountains around too with both jagged and frozen peaks. This little lake area is pretty nice too. This dripstone cave looks pretty cool. And of course, we have the village too. The village buildings put into perspective how tall the mountains are. This is just a really nice spawn area. There's plenty to like at the spawn of this seed. Of course, that includes the cherry grove and mountains. Just such beautiful scenery right at spawn. There's a village right here too, so that's pretty cool. And if you don't feel like building near the mountains in Cherry Grove, this plains area is a decent location too. We have some frozen peaks that spawn in this seed. They actually form a circle, so there's a place to build in the middle, but I mean, there's also already a building here. This is a pretty cool place for a woodland mansion to generate. It's pretty tall too. There's even a small portion sticking out on the outside of the mountains too. Would you build a little neighborhood in this area with the mansion? This seed has a spawn in some height limit Stony Peaks. Here's a quick look at the map to see how big the Stony Peaks biome is. And flying around, all we can see is stone, calcite, and ores. There's some dripstone too, and small patches of savanna too. But mostly, it just looks like a big stone wasteland. Nothing too exciting really, but those are some height limit Stony Peaks nonetheless. I mentioned earlier to stay tuned for some more Badlands mountains, and here we are. But before I talk about that, I just want to say that today's comment of the day is peak. Go ahead and use peak in a comment and I'll give the comment a heart and maybe you'll be featured in my next video. These Badland peaks form a circular-like area around the trees of the wooded Badlands. All of the different colors just make these peaks look really cool. You can't tell me these don't look like mountains, they just do. Stony peaks and jungle biomes often combine to form some pretty cool looking areas. This isn't the craziest seed with those two biomes that I've ever seen, but it's still pretty cool. There's even a jungle temple here too. I'll never complain about having a temple near spawn. I mean, not the craziest of seeds, but it's nice to have a little variety in videos. This seed has two sections of frozen peaks, forming a little valley in the middle, made up of taiga and meadow biomes. After about 400 or 500 blocks, the mountains connect at the end. There's a village at the end too. It has two blacksmith buildings. I can picture a palace or keep in place of this village. And there could be a path or road through the valley with smaller buildings approaching the grand building. That's just one idea of many that could be built in this fantastic spawn location. There's some frozen peaks that form a mountain ring type area at spawn in this Minecraft seed. Just a nice beautiful spawn area. The meadow in the middle is a nice area to build, and there's already a village here. This pen is right next to a dripstone cave, and there's a dripstone crater here too. This house actually generates down here too. Looks pretty awesome with the dripstone and waterfall. I'll never complain about finding villages that generate in weird places like this. We have a couple different types of mountains around spawn in this seed. We've got stony and frozen peaks. There's some jagged peaks outside of the immediate spawn area too. There's also this big crater thing right next to a little lake too. It goes down to deep slate and the natural pillars look really cool, especially the ones with trees on them. Just looks really cool. This seed has a spawn in a village and there's a mountain range right over there. But if I fly up and zoom out enough, you'll see that this is actually an island. You can see the island of the map of this world too. A bit bigger of an island than I usually show, but I think that may just be a good thing. The mountains are obviously cool, and we get plenty of trees with the flower forest. But this plains area is a great place to start building right away. Just a really cool island seed. I think this is a genuinely incredible Minecraft seed. Just the way the mountains curve and having the plains and forest under them. And then having some water nearby too. It's just picture perfect. I actually think this seed looks better in Bedrock Edition too. In Java, we have the village on the mountainside. That's not there on Bedrock, so we just have a nice beautiful mountainous landscape. When looking for mountain seeds in Minecraft, this is the type of seed I hope to find. This is one of the oddest Minecraft seeds I've ever found. I was on the search for some seeds with woodland mansions and mountain circles, and I have that, but it's a bit different than what I was expecting. The village being here isn't even the weirdest thing here. I mean, obviously the village generating on top of the mansion and inside of the mansion is really cool, and this piece of farm generating down in a cave is cool too, but the mansion actually generating in this dripstone cave is the craziest part of this seed in my opinion. You don't usually see the entrance of the mansion in a cave either, so that's pretty crazy. Aside from this piece of the top floor, the entire mansion is inside of the cave. Just really cool. All of that, and I've hardly mentioned the mountains that spawn. Just an awesome Minecraft seed. To see another awesome Minecraft mansion seed, click the video on the left. YouTube will give you the video that it thinks you'll like on the right. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.